Hello Makley, this is your Joe. Welcome to my channel Blah Blah with Joe. Okay, today what we're going to do now, we're going to look at some really informational things in our show. Okay, let me begin by asking you this question. How many of you have traveled internationally without a visa? I have. So there are many countries where you can travel. For them, you might not require visas, or for some countries, you might require a visa on arrival. Okay, but the real question is, how many of you have traveled internationally without a passport? What? Traveling without a passport? Come on. Passport is a document that validates the entry and exit of someone coming into a country and out of the country, right? Yeah, but what if I tell you there are 3 people in this world who can travel to any place on this planet without a passport? Surprised? In today's session, what we are going to see is who are those 3 people and why do they have this particular privilege? Alright? Okay, so the first person is, drum roll, King Charles III. Okay, so in England, the passport is issued under His or Her Majesty. So whoever is the reigning monarch, it's the passports are issued under their names. So currently King Charles III is the issuing authority. So obviously it doesn't make sense for King Charles to issue a passport for himself under his own name. Okay, to understand better, in India the passports are issued under the name Government of India. Alright, the Government of India can issue a passport to a citizen, but it can never issue a passport to the Government of India. Similarly in England, the passports are issued under the name of King Charles. So it seems inappropriate for King Charles to issue a passport to himself under his own name. You get it? Therefore, he doesn't require a passport. Now, before King Charles, Queen Elizabeth II had this privilege because she was the reigning queen, so even she never had a passport. But while Queen Elizabeth II was the queen, King Charles, who was previously known as Prince Charles, did have a passport. But now that he's become a king, he doesn't require that passport anymore. Also, one more information. King Charles doesn't need a driving license also. It's the same story that applies there also. So King Charles III is the first person who can travel anywhere in this world without a passport. Alright, moving on. Okay, so who are the other 2 people who can travel without a passport? They are the Emperor and Empress of Japan. Japan claims to be the oldest continuous monarchy with a history dating back to almost 600 BC. So in the year 1971, the government of Japan decided that the Emperor and Empress shouldn't be carrying a passport like the common people because it seems inappropriate. So they came up with a rule that they don't require a passport to travel anywhere internationally. Now in Japan's case, both the Emperor and the Empress share this privilege. But in England's case, it's only the reigning monarch. So only King Charles III has this privilege, but not his wife, Queen Consort Camilla. Alright? Now you can ask me a question. Then how does a country validate the entry and exit of these 3 monarchs? So, in King Charles III's case, what happens is his secretary issues a travel document to the country where King Charles is intending to travel. So that government is informed ahead of time that King Charles is planning to travel to your country. So then they make the necessary arrangements. Similarly, in Japan's case, the External Affairs Ministry, they also send a travel document to the country that the Emperor and Empress are intending to travel so that they also are aware of their arrival. So this is how their exit and entry are validated. Right? So in this world, except for these 3 monarchs, all the other monarchs that are there, that is the relatives, family members of these 3 people, have a diplomatic passport. But still, they need to carry a passport. It's a diplomatic passport. So that's it for today, guys. So this is the information that I wanted to give you about the passportless people, the 3 people in this world at the moment who can travel without a passport. So I'll meet you guys in another video with some valuable information like this. Until then, this is Joe signing off from Blah Blah with Joe.